This is what happens when Construction Academy students from Leesburg High School come together with Habitat for Humanity of Lake and Sumter County construction professionals in the city of Leesburg for one extraordinary hands-on experience. Together building a dream home for one well-deserving family. This is Habitat Academy. With about 2 months of construction underway since the groundbreaking, the Leesburg High School Construction Academy Dream Team, Habitat volunteers, and local trades have been hard at work. However, as host Don Magruder of RoMac Building Supply learns from Randy Reeder, director of CAD for Age Wave Solutions, building in a historic neighborhood presented some unique challenges and opportunities.
Hey Randy, I really love this wraparound porch out here.
Yeah, it was put in to encourage a sense of community and allow people to kind of gather and talk to their neighbors and such.
Doesn't this have to meet Leesburg architectural standards? Because this is an historic neighborhood here in downtown Leesburg.
Correct, yes it did. We met with the city in numerous occasions just to ensure that the designs were within compliance with that. Some specifics would be, the garage had to be attached to the residence. The front elevation needed to share similar characteristics to some of the existing structures around here, and materials as well.
Now we walked into the house, Randy. I see a vaulted type ceiling. Tell us about this ceiling up here.
Well, the outside features obviously create more of a historic type feel, or inside we wanted to go ahead and promote more of a modern type design. So you have the taller ceilings, the more open, spacious floor plan.
So in other words, if this were a traditional house, you'd have the standard 8-foot ceiling.
Correct.
Now one thing I noticed, you got large window openings. Does that help enhance the size of the home?
Well, the more light you can bring into any design is going to promote, a feel of, open, airy type spaces. So what we try to do is we try to provide large openings in both bedrooms, living rooms, dining rooms, just to kind of help, promote that feeling.
In your mind, what's the best feature of this house?
The best feature of this house to me would be the wraparound porch. I just think that right there is going to promote a sense of community between whoever's living here and their neighbors.
And it's going to blend in perfect for historic downtown Leesburg. Well, Randy Reeder, the director of CAD at Age Wave Solutions, y'all did a great job on the plans. It looks absolutely amazing. Thank you for helping the kids at Habitat Academy.
With the plans approved, it was time to clear the lot and lay out the pre-slab plumbing. Daniel Dykus, project manager with Ross Plumbing, explains the initial requirements and how one Leesburg High School student has already become part of the team.
Don, what we have here is going to be the future kitchen sink for this home. The waste pipe is 3-inch coming up through the floor with the water pipes next to it. On this particular property, we have a city sewer connection that we've already ran at the time that we did the underground work for this job. It goes out the front of the house and over to the existing sewer connection that was here for the previous project. The water pipe for the house will come from the city water meter out front, which we'll do with the kids' help at a future date for that work.
Well, the biggest thing the students have to learn, other than with the type of piping, is how to accurately place it. For example, we say this is a kitchen, but if this is 2 foot off center, it's a bad problem that you got a foundation poured, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's very important that on the work that we do on the underground that we know all the dimensions properly to get it all in the right place, because after the fact we don't want to be busting the floors up.
The most important aspect of Habitat Academy in this project is training skilled craftsmen, for example, like plumbers.
Yes, sir.
And a lot of people don't understand in the plumbing field, the pay scales are just outstanding now, aren't they?
I've got guys that are making great money with no prior education past high school.
You participated in the ACT program along with several other companies here in Leesburg. And last summer you were able to hire some students from the Leesburg Construction Academy.
Yeah, so we took Max Acosta. I put him to work throughout last summer. He worked with my service technician crews and did an outstanding job and enjoyed it.
I was interested in plumbing. None of my family was in plumbing or nothing. I just wanted a chance to learn that trade. I worked for Ross Plumbing over the summer, ACT program. Digging holes, laying pipe down, did not know how to fix faucets, put faucets together, tubs. What's the difference between a carbon fiber tub and a metal one? Just a lot of things.
We just decided this program was going to be a good start for us to get into to train younger people and get them hooked early. You know, not everybody's ready for college at this time. They want to work with their hands, and plumbing is a great way to do that.
But Daniel Dykes from Ross Plumbing, thank you for being here. I know the plumbing's passed inspection.
Yes, sir.
You've trained the kids, so the next time we see you, we'll be doing the finished plumbing, right?
Yes, sir.
With precision plumbing lines in place, LexCore, a Leesburg-based concrete specialist company, was brought in to pour the slab for the Habitat home.
Joining me now is Jack Adams. He's with LexCore. He's a project manager, and LexCore helps set up the foundation and work with the students at Habitat Academy. Jack, tell us about this foundation. It looks like a complex foundation.
Well, what we have here is a monolithic foundation. And what that means is that we pour the foundation with the slab itself. Now, the foundation consists of 2 No. 5 rebar running continuously through it. It's 2 foot in depth, 1 foot wide. And we also, with that, poured a monolithic step, from the porch area to the actual house floor itself.
How much involvement did the students from the Leesburg High Construction Academy
They
get
were
in
out
this
here.
lab?
Each day we were here. We were here approximately 3 days. We had 2 days for the setup of the foundation, excavating and preparing it, 1 day for the pour. And they were out all 3 days.
Putting a correct foundation in a house, that's the number 1 part of building a great house, isn't it?
Exactly correct. If you're not built on a strong foundation, the house will crumble and not be as acceptable.
Jack, LexCore is one of the great companies here in Leesburg.
Thank you.
Why did you feel the need to get involved with this project? Because this is very expensive for a company like yours.
It's about the students. It's about creating a great base of students, giving them skills so that as they grow older, they make decisions to go into the construction industry, they have a solid foundation, much like the house that we just spoke about here.
Well, it's hard to learn these type of skill sets in the classroom, isn't it?
Absolutely, it's hands-on. You learn a little bit in the classroom, but you actually got to get on the site, actually do it, and experience that way. We're so proud to be involved with Habitat and the school, more importantly, to help develop these kids, because they're our future. And if they don't have the skill sets, we're going to lose them in the industry.
You're absolutely right.
When we come back, Leesburg High School Principal Michael Randolph weighs in on what this experience means to the Construction Academy students.
What better way to get our students prepared for a career than by having this hands-on experience?
An occupational health specialist at Leesburg Regional Medical Center visits the construction site to share safety tips. And Habitat's Daniel Stroud gives us an update on the timeline. Stay tuned. The project continues when Habitat Academy returns. Welcome back to Habitat Academy. For 11 students of the Leesburg High School Construction Academy, this is not only a chance of a lifetime, but also a chance to leave a legacy. Principal Michael Randolph joins host Don Magruder to explain.
This has been an amazing experience for our young men that have been involved in this project. And this project is directly aligned with our vision statement at Leesburg High School. Through our collective belief, skill, and will, each Leesburg High School student will graduate with the skills necessary for success in either a college or a university, a career, or the military. So what better way to get our students prepared for a career than by having this hands-on experience? There's one thing to be able to work in the field. There's another thing to be able to build a legacy as well. The Habitat House is going to be here for long after this senior class. So it's going to be fantastic for our students to be able to drive by the house on 12th Street here in downtown Leesburg to be able to see what they started and were able to finish this year. There's a lot of enthusiasm across campus for the house. We tell everyone to just come down to 12th Street and just see the progress that our young men are making, and progress drives enthusiasm. So as our students are seeing the house going up, I know that we're going to have a waiting list for our Construction Academy next year, and we're looking forward to growing it even further.
Safety is critical on any construction site, perhaps even more so when students who are taking part in a real-world classroom are part of the equation. Dr. Gregory Krivoniak, an occupational health specialist with Leesburg Regional Medical Center, visited the site to share some valuable tips.
Not only students, but anyone else, what should they wear on a job site like this?
Well, number one, I think they need to be wearing clothing that is not loose or flowing that can catch on something. Something like denim, jeans would be a good choice. In addition, you should wear appropriate personal protective equipment, hard hat, safety goggles. You're going to be working with anything loud, hearing protection, appropriate hand protection, gloves. In addition, if you have long hair, you want to have it tied back. You don't want to have it flowing so it'll catch on anything. And then jewelry is probably something you want to avoid wearing because even a simple ring could snag and you have what's called a degloving injury where the skin could get ripped off or the finger could be removed. So rings, earrings, necklaces, none of that is needed in the job site.
Well, one thing nice about this job site, every student that's come to this job site at Habitat Academy, they have already received their OSHA 10 safety.
That's wonderful.
So they're fully trained, and we thank the folks at Leesburg Regional Medical Center for helping us with that. So when they get to the job site, what should they do on the job site?
Make sure you inspect your equipment before you use it, and if it needs to be removed from service, you take it out, you give it to your supervisor so they can give you something else. And if you find a problem, that you're going to address it immediately. You always need to be watching out for safety, and if you see something that looks like a problem, let people know so that they don't get hurt.
Why did Leesburg Regional Medical Center and Central Florida Health get involved with supporting Habitat Academy and the Leesburg Construction Academy?
Because we're looking to help out in the community any way we can, and we want to be able to provide the services that we have.
Well, Dr. Gregory Gavaniak, thank you for everything you're doing. It means so much to the kids here at Habitat Academy.
As is the case with any construction project, accuracy, timelines, and budgets are critical. How are things shaping up, and what's next for this Habitat build? Don checks in with Danielle Stroud for an update.
Who are the major partners? Because that took a lot to do, didn't it?
Yes, so there was a lot of coordination. So we have the City of Leesburg who donated a lot. RoMac Building Supply is our lead house sponsor on this. And then we've got many other partners through the vendor relationships that are out here mentoring the kids, investing their time, discounting their products and services to really make this project possible.
And we cannot forget the Lake County School Board, plus Leesburg Regional Medical Center, Central Florida Health. They're lending a big hand as far as the safety program at this house.
Absolutely, and that's huge. And for them to realize the impact of housing and health, it makes my heart jump because it's important.
So you have a great group of students. They're swinging hammers right now. They're busy, they're working hard. Let's talk about the status of the project right now.
Sure, so we had our groundbreaking at the end of August, and then we officially really got rolling with the work at the end of September. So we're looking at what we have here from the end of September till now. And over the next month or two, we're looking at seeing a finished, dried-in product. Basically, it'll look like the house should look from the exterior by the first of the year. And then we'll move inside.
And you did have a little bit of delay because it's in a historic neighborhood. You had to get some approvals by the historic committee, but that went fine. It's just a process. So next step is going to be finish the electrical, put the siding on the roof, the windows, the doors, dry it in, and then we go to putting sheetrock up and doors and finishing on up. The most important thing to know though, this is not a one-time project. Already plans are in the works for next year's Construction Academy project here at Leesburg High School, and we're looking for partners again, but you need those partners and you welcome other people, don't you?
Absolutely, absolutely. It takes a village to make this one house.
Danielle, I think you guys are gonna make it on time because Habitat never misses a deadline.
That's right, we're very excited. This is gonna look totally different by January, and this house will be ready to go in the homeowner's hands by May.
In the next episode of Habitat Academy, from framing to roofing, doors to windows, the home is taking shape. Host Don Magruder talks with some of the trades, plus a sneak peek at the dry-in celebration. We're building towards something big, so join us for the next episode of Habitat Academy. Production support for Habitat Academy is provided by RoMac Building Supply, Habitat for Humanity of Lake and Sumter County, Central Florida Health, the City of Leesburg, and is a production of Red Apples Media.